you are.
So let's talk about relationships and relationship killers.
Okay.
Because I know that there's several of them, and we work with couples, and each person, it's important that they work on their own stuff, right?
True.
Before we take them on as couples. But can we do a couple of videos just on relationship killers?
Yeah, we've got a list of 10 of them that we train people with.
List,
It's important to know that first we train people individually for yourselves, men and women. Train on your stuff first. But there is we have at least 10, so I'll just give you one of them. There's 10 things that we don't realize when we get into relationships that we have to adhere to make a solid relationship. And we don't know that. We just get in thinking it's going to be like a movie and just love me for who I am. It doesn't always work that way. So let's talk about communication. People think that they're the greatest communicator just because you're making noise. Does not mean you're making sense. People think I said stuff, you should get it, but we're long-winded, leave explanations, have an idea that you should be mind reading. So let's go ahead and knock some stuff out to make it so people are able to respond appropriately and not just have reactions and think that they're right because they can blame, shame, judge, and do these things. Here's some things not to say. Red flag beginnings of sentences. What about me, though?
Mm-hmm.
If somebody says I'm struggling and you make it about yourself, first thing, with no acknowledgement, no listening to understand, you just go, what about me, though? That's poor communication. You're gonna miss their whole thing and dismiss their whole part. When is it okay to? And that's just a good way to set up the conversation to be defensive. When's it okay for me to have feelings? Like, whenever you start something like this, you're gonna set it up to where, like, you feel like it's not okay. Like, just try to communicate differently. We do train with this one. So what you're saying is, usually after that is always wrong. Like, I try not to do an absolutes, but it's like 9 out of 10. It's not going to be what they said at all. It's going to be what you added or what you think their intentions are. No. What about, even speaking in absolutes? Well, you did a thing that really hurt my feelings. Well, I don't always do it, or like it's not like every day. Listen, don't give yourself a loophole by minimizing something's bad. If I did something horrible to you, babe, I can't go like, well, I didn't do it every day.
Right.
Like, no, it still counts. You can't minimize it with absolutes. Let's see, what else? Don't make up people. You know what? Ask anybody. They'll agree with me.
Yeah.
Don't make up people who aren't there to
Right.
support your argument.
Well, Cheryl and Chad don't do it.
Yeah, I bet you Cheryl would disagree. Like, she's not here to say that.
Get her over here. Let's
And
talk
I know
to her.
Chad doesn't agree. Like, it's one of those, don't make up people. They're not,
Yeah.
they're not real.
They're not real.
All right, so that's just 1 to 10.
Thank you.